final preparations. Troops rehearse for Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral. World leaders gather in London for the royal goodbye. And today, President Biden paying his respects.
Our hearts go out to the royal family.
Outside, time runs out for the public, still queuing in the cold. We'll get the latest from Norah O'Donnell and
we are outside Buckingham Palace right now.
Imtiaz Taya.
Here in Westminster, on the eve of the Queen's state funeral, British police are preparing for an unprecedented day of public mourning.
Also, Fiona's fury. The hurricane pummels Puerto Rico with catastrophic rain and flooding. Plus, atrocities revealed after Russia's retreat.
I'm Deborah Patter in liberated Beirut. This is one of the first bases where Vladimir Putin's men fled in panic, but leaving a trail of horror in their wake.
And later, the California cowboy and the Queen are Mark Strassman on their decades-old bond.
Did you consider her a friend?
But the friendship was deep. The friendship was real.
This is the CBS Weekend News from New York with Jericka Duncan.
Good evening. I'm Lilia, Luciano in New York. Jericka is off. We're following two major stories tonight. The entire island archipelago of Puerto Rico is without electricity after being hit by hurricane. Truly atrocious. Straight ahead on the CBS Weekend News, King Charles is tested by a leaky fountain pen in his new royal role. And lost in Pearl Harbor, a sailor is finally laid to rest. The British monarchy is adjusting to new royal roles since the death of Queen Elizabeth, after the longest reign in its history. Here's CBS's Holly Williams.
London.
Still ahead on the CBS Weekend News, the National Archives house America's artifacts, except for those that have been stolen. Searches for the term National Archives increased sharply after the FBI search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. But it's not the first time that someone has been accused of taking items that belong to the National Archives. Here's CBS's Scott MacFarlane.
Treasures. Scott MacFarlane, CBS News, Washington.
Next on the CBS Weekend News, students scramble after a powerful earthquake.
Night.
A strong earthquake today rocked Taiwan. The powerful 6.9 magnitude quake sent students in this gym running as ceiling tiles fell to the... When we return, the Queen's unlikely friendship with a California cowboy. Tomorrow, more than 2,000 dignitaries will attend Queen Elizabeth's state funeral in London. In that crowd, the mighty and powerful, and a cowboy from California. Here's Mark Strassman.
And this is the
Queen. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Solvang, California.
That's the news for this Sunday. CBS News will have full coverage of the Queen's state funeral beginning at 5:30 a.m. Eastern, anchored by Norah O'Donnell and Gayle King. For now, I'm Lilia, Luciano in New York. Good night.
Live from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
now.